Browsers can't read Sass files, so we need to compile it to plain CSS. There are plenty of ways to do this. We can use Node.js, Gulp, or VS Code extension. I will go with the VS Code extension, so I have already installed mine. Extension name is live Sass compiler. So in order to configure this, you need to go extension settings and settings.json file. So if you have any kind of problems in compiling, compare it to my JSON file. So what's going on here? You can change format to compressed, but it will not be easy to read. So for the purpose of the tutorial, I chose expanded and save path. So basically it compiles a Sass file to CSS and saves it in the CSS folder. There are two syntax with Sass and SCSS. So SCSS is with the curly brackets. All CSS is still built in SCSS. It is the most popular one. Yeah, you can look at it here. Sass original one is indented syntax. Yeah, so you use tabs and space to indent this. It supports all the features as CSS, but instead of the curly brackets, we use indentation. So let's work with the real life examples. I have empty directory here. Let's create index.html file. I use emmet to build it up. So let's divide it into sections. Section.header, section.main, and section.footer. Let's link CSS file here. So it will be inside CSS folder as style.css. Let's create our CSS folder and inside CSS our SCSS folder. And inside our SCSS folder our style.scss file. As I said earlier, all CSS is still valid as CSS. So let's give our header class background of aqua color and main background of gray, and the footer background of beige. On the bottom of our VS Code there is a button Watch Sass. So when you click it, it automatically compiles all SCSS files and watches for changes. Yeah. In this case, style.scss compiled to style.css. Yeah, for now it looks identical. And if there are any kind of errors, it will be output in here. I filled sections with dummy data. So let's see the change in the browser. So I have live server. Yeah. As you can see, everything is working. What I usually do is I create SCSS files for each section and import it in style.scss. So what do I mean? So I create SCSS file with the name header.scss and pasted it in here and import it in the main style. Import. We don't have to write the extension, just header, yeah, and on the output, as you can see, it is working. Yeah. But as you have noticed, there is a new file now, header.css. So in order to avoid this, I mean, we are still importing here, we don't need that one. So we should create the file with the underscore. When you create with the underscore, it doesn't compile to new CSS file. So every section has its own SCSS, and it will be imported to main style that CSS. It will be compiled to style.css, and we have linked only one, this one. Yeah. You can create other files for mixins, for variables, and more. We can create variables in SCSS, but unlike in CSS, it will compile variables and outputs actually CSS, not variable CSS. That means it will work across all browsers. So let's declare a variable. Let's say primary color. This one, yeah. And inside, since it reads from top to bottom, so we can apply it in here or even inside header. Let's apply it to header. Color, and yeah, changed. Sass has maps, and maps are like arrays in programming, stores key and value. So let's say we want to create maps for font weights. So let's declare it. This one is key, this one is value, and we can use it as this one. Font weight map get font weights the medium no, bold. What's it called? Yeah, as you've noticed, it changed. This one is this one, and map name is this one. Let's talk about nesting. Suppose we have paragraph inside our main section. So paragraph is a class name of main paragraph. Yeah, let's fill it with data. So if you want to change let's change background of this one. What we usually do in CSS is write main inside main class we have main paragraph. So change its background color to, I don't know, pink. Yeah. But in SCSS we don't have to write main twice. We can write it like inside the main. It will still work, and we even don't have to write main twice. We might delete this and instead put the ampersand. It will still work. So let's say you have a span inside paragraph. You can declare it like this, and it will still work. we can even create functions inside Sass. So we have a function name is weight, takes an argument weight name, returns map with a weight name. So we can use it like this, weight and let's say bold. Yeah. Let's talk about mixins. Mixins are very similar to functions, but functions should be used to compute and return values, where mixins should define styles. So let's define mixins. Mixin flex center. It takes an argument direction and all these three styles plus flex direction is what we pass here. So how can we use it? We should include it. Name of the mixin flex center. Argument is let's say row, and yeah, flex direction is row now. Sass allows us to extend. It tells us that one selector should inherit the styles of another. What do I mean? So let's say we have error message. Let's intentionally write it outside main section. So div with the class name main error, and we can say error, main error, extend main class. So yeah, but unlike this, it might have background color of red.